Previously, I created a yarn doll named Junior in order to try and test a theory about creating new consciousness. Currently, I have hit a technological wall. I did actually fork out $100 for a professional EMF reader, something surveyors and electricians might use. I figured I could use it for other things as well, which I did do, so I'm sure it'll be useful in the future. The very first thing I did was test my own sensitivity to running microwaves to see if that weird tingling is real and can be tied to something. For a reference, inside my house has an ambient EMF reading of about 1 milligauss, if you average it out. That's a super normal reading, nothing too special. Outside is 0.3 milligauss, also normal. The house has more wiring and electronics running, so it has a higher ambient reading, right? Right. Well, when I put the EMF reader up to the microwave and turned it on, it jumped to 70 milligauss, which was enough to make it beep at me as a warning. It's not life-threatening, but it's not great, and it's enough for me to physically feel under my skin. As I backed away, the reading dropped significantly, and about the time I stopped feeling it was when it returned to the baseline of 1. Now you may be wondering, Isaac, what the fuck is a milligauss? And honestly, I'm not really sure. I know it's a measurement of magnetic fields, but I have zero understanding of it beyond that. I tried looking it up, and it was a bunch of math that I don't care to learn. The point is that this gives me a number to something I can actually feel. I tested the oven, and even while off, it was emitting a wide range of numbers from like 14 to 2. I may have been able to feel the high point near the oven, because I put my hand there to see if I could, but I could have been imagining that one. The unfortunate part is that because the ambient readings around me are already fairly significant, getting any reliable reading off of Junior is basically impossible. If Junior were giving off an EMF reading, it would be too small for the device to measure properly, and there would be too much environmental noise to tell if anything changes. The EMF reader I got only measures down to 1/10 of a milligauss, and putting Junior up next to the sensors didn't actually make any noticeable difference. This leaves me with 3 possibilities. Number 1, Junior does emit an electromagnetic field that I can feel a tiny bit, but it's too weak for the device to pick up. Number 2, Junior does not have any EMF reading, and I'm actually feeling a different form of energy. This could be something we know about, or something we don't know about yet. Either way, my device won't pick it up. Number 3, I'm imagining it, and Junior is a normal yarn doll. Very boring possibility, but still something to keep in mind. I personally lean towards possibility 2. I think Junior probably is emitting something, or something is attached to him. However, it could be something that we have no name for and haven't yet discovered. I have my own working theory, and you're just going to have to bear with me for a minute. Take every form of energy you know about. Light, heat, electricity, kinetic, whatever. Put them all together and try to imagine how exactly these forms of energy exist. Where do they come from? What creates them? What are they made of? I think that there is some kind of common factor linking them all together, but I have no clue what it could be. Forms of energy must be real because we use them all the time. So, what are they? I made an outstanding diagram that shows what I'm trying to explain. Here you can see all the forms of energy I could come up with off the top of my head. Below them is the unknown building block of energy, the sort of base form that shapes itself into these other forms we already have names for. I would consider it like the stem cell of energy. We already have some answers for what makes up some of these. Light is made of photons. But then what makes photons move? Heat is just kinetic energy in atoms. But what makes them vibrate to create heat in the first place? Where does this motion come from? I refuse to accept that photons just move by default because they have no mass. Also, what's with the circular explanation that photons are made of electromagnetic fields, but electromagnetic fields are made of photons? I looked it up. I tried to find an answer. They just reference each other. Fundamental fields of force, my ass. Whatever. My issues with scientists are beside the point. My core idea is that there is some common factor driving all of the forces that we define as energies. This unknown piece of the puzzle may exist, but it likely doesn't exist as a particle or a building block thing, even though I said building block. It's probably more like, I don't know, a canvas or a web, maybe molten metal, something more shapeless at any rate. So if it's not subtle EMF or my imagination, then I suspect Junior might be giving off a type of energy that has no shape. With no shape, there's no reading of it on the EMF, but something is interacting with my nerves when I hold him. Perhaps next I'll analyze occult rituals to build my own rituals off of the fundamental principles and infuse Junior with life energy. Or, something like that.